Who is supposed to give our beautiful women what they need when you're sexually drained? Who is supposed to guide the women, yeah, and the children when you are working very hard to make yourself weak? Yeah, who is supposed to guide your younger generation? You are right, Lucy. You're right. That is the question I'm posing here. When you're constantly weak, when you're constantly drained because you can't go for a couple of days, weeks, without porn and without touching yourself, who is supposed to take care of the women? Yeah, who's supposed to give them what they need? I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Why can't you just stay away from this thing? I know you've been doing it for 2 years, 3 years, 10 years. We know all those stories. We have heard them. All right? We have heard them. But you are not a victim. Don't try and play the victim card here. No. We have stated clearly, even in our WhatsApp group, all right? The 1% WhatsApp group. You have business playing the victim card. You have been the perpetrator. You have had a hand in obliterating yourself. You've already seen my many videos telling you to stop touching yourself, telling you to stop giving into porn, telling you to stop giving your energy, time, and attention to women who do not care about you. Right? So you have no excuse. You have the knowledge, you have the information, but for some reason, you would rather fight me rather than combat your weaknesses. You would rather fight, you would rather bring that energy, that negativity towards me instead of taking it against the porn, right? Taking it against the masturbation, all right? Taking it away, maybe combating your sugar addiction, right? You can even go there as well. That is a big deal. Some of you are just walking around here with hypertension, pre-diabetic, blood pressure. It's crazy. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. But then again, don't hate the messenger. I am just a humble messenger. So don't hate the messenger. If you hate the message, if you have a problem with the message, just kindly ignore the message. Hello. Ignore the message, but don't try and fight the messenger. Guys, don't try and fight the messenger. The messenger is going to ignore you. I'm telling you, take that energy somewhere else. Fight your big belly, all right? Take that energy towards combating your big back, losing your fat, losing your weight, getting healthier, getting fitter. We want you to give us your 10.0 version. We are tired of your pathetic version of you, the version of you that you're just giving us on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, your 0 point something version. Because for some reason you're still out of shape. Who wants that? Me, I don't. Whether you're a guy, whether you're a woman, I don't want that. I want your best version. How? You are denying me your best ultimate version. I mean, that is now just being straight up selfish. That is straight up being selfish. If you cannot work for you, fix you, then why would I settle for you? Why would I entertain you? Why would I come close to you? For what? So that we can do what? You're going to bring me down. If my energy levels are up here, if I have been working, if I have been taking care of me, fixing myself, uplifting myself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, why would I settle for less? Why would I settle for less? Me, I cannot. Call me crazy, call me selfish, call me stupid. I'm telling you, I cannot. You see now, the old version of me would have probably settled for less. You know why? Because I was weak. All right? I would have probably settled for less. But now, the standards have gone up. Oh! So the world is getting the best version of me. The version of me that used to exist 2 years ago, 1 year ago, will not be here right now talking to you. That guy had zero confidence. That guy had nothing to talk about other than just the usual casual talks, the basics, sports, gambling, drugs, what else? Gaming, junk food, let's go for pizza, burgers, cakes, nothing. There was no substance. I wasn't seeing clearly. I wasn't thinking about ahead. Right now, levels above. We have the talks of God. We are talking fitness. We are talking health. Things that actually give me life. When I talk about these things, they charge me up. They give me life. But when I was talking about, when weak men come together, most of the time, they talk about women. Straight up. That is not even a secret. The world knows about that. If it is not women, it is sport. If it is not sport, it is something else that is mediocre. Very few, a select, only the 1%, you're going to find the talks of something positive, something that is actually going to elevate them. That is why when you start going on this journey, your friends, they just start to fall off. You start loving each other from a distance. You don't hate each other, you just miss. I hope I'm making sense. When you have been living this way, flat, a mediocre version, a 1.0 version of you, and you start working on you start bringing yourself up, those people who you are associating with when you are at 1.0, if they choose to remain here and you continue to go to 2.0 version of you, 3.0, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to 9, 10, you can't connect. Do you see the gap? Do you see the gap? You tend to miss. You can't talk about anything together. When you meet, you can't discuss anything because the topics that you are discussing here are not the topics that you are discussing when you go up. They are not. The things that you are doing when you are here are not the same things that you are going to be doing when you go up. It doesn't work like that. The same way, if you are up here and you start thinking, let's say you enter into a relationship, okay, a man and a woman, okay, she loved you because of you had a certain aspect of you, maybe your mentality, your spiritual connectedness with your God, with whatever it is, your physique, financially stable, blah blah blah, all these things. All right, you are up here, so you kind of boom connected. If you dare to start going down on any of one of those levels, whether it is mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, trust you me, if you go down, if you move from your 10.0 version of you that your couple loved about you, trust you me, you will start missing. I don't make the rules. I do not make the rules. You two met you when you are here. If you lower your standards, if you lower your levels, and you sink, and maybe they start going up, boom. You see the gap? Do you see the gap? So your standards have to remain up here. It could be a relationship that is a loving relationship. It could be a friendship relationship. It could be a professional relationship. Any kind of relationship. Your standards have to go up. You have to maintain your standards. And the basics when it comes to being a man, it's so simple. Just start by conserving your sexual energy. That is the basics. That is where you start. You start by doing that. Trust you me. You will go up. What is my max push-ups? 2,150. But generally speaking, guys, whether you're a man or a woman, and you've already grown up, you're no longer a child, okay? You've already developed your awareness. How can you be okay with watching a man and a woman on screen copulating. How can you be okay with that? On what level does that click? This is good. On what level, mentally, emotionally, morally, does that click that it is okay to watch two human beings having sex? Actually, it is not even having, pretending. Because we all know, you're a grown up. We know fully well these are actors. They are paid to be behind the camera. So on what level is that okay to you? How is that okay? How do you see that and your brain registers, ooh, this is good, this is good, this is good? How is that even possible? How are you okay with that morally? How can you be okay with that? Not only okay, you spend hours and hours, minutes, hours in a room alone handling business. More like handling yourself. Manhandling yourself if you're a man. If you're a woman, woman handling yourself. How can you be okay? If somebody walked into that room when you are taking care of yourself, would you be okay with that? Would you be proud of the image that they would find? Would you be okay with that? I mean, it's a fair question. You're handling yourself, all right? You're caressing yourself like nobody's business. Would you be okay with that image of you? Knowing that they saw you doing that. Would you be fine with that? Would you teach your daughter that? Would you teach your son that? So now once we start asking such questions, we start to make sense of what is actually happening here. It is a sickness. If you cannot teach it to your son, if you cannot teach it to your daughter, how are you practicing it? And why are you practicing it? You don't even have to have a child right now, but I'm just projecting 5 years later, down the line, if you're one of those people who are planning on filling up the earth, when that time comes, would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with in knowing that your mom knows that you do that? Maybe your father knows that about you. So then that is why you're hiding it. You are hiding it because you know the truth. You know you should not be doing it. You know very, very well it should not be happening. That is why you keep it hidden. Right? When you're taking care of yourself, you keep it hidden. But now the question is, what do you get from it? I know you feel good, all right? I know you feel good. You feel nice, okay? You're excited. Yes. It goes up, and then boom, it comes down crashing like a rock on a cliff. It's a cliffhanger. Boom. That is what porn does to the brain, to your mind. I haven't even touched the spiritual aspect of it. You're so desensitized to anything. You can't enjoy anything because you're so used to instant dopamine. Every time you just splash dopamine in your own head, every time, every scroll, boom, dopamine, boom, to a point whereby you cannot enjoy the simple things. A simple thing like going for a walk, you find that boring. Let me check my meal. I'll be back. My meal is ready. Guess who is ready to feast? Guess who is ready to feast? That's right. Me. I'm personally to quit, but it's difficult, I hope, because it's absolutely wrong. Are you trying or you're quitting? Are you trying or you are quitting? Those are two different statements. Trying something does not mean that you are doing it. Trying something does not mean that you are doing it. Let me say, I'm trying to go live. Have I gone live? I'm trying to talk, but I might not be speaking. I might be mumbling. Two different things. I am talking. Mentorship, mindset. Words matter. The words that you tell yourself and you believe. When you tell yourself that you are trying, you're giving yourself room for failure. You're giving yourself room to come short. You're not serious about it. I'm trying to lose weight. I don't coach such people. I'm trying to lose fat. I cannot link up with you. Keep your own money. I don't want that. I cannot coach you because mentally you are not there. You're just going to give me a hard time. You're going to disturb me mentally. I don't like that. I want people who have already arrived to that point of, I want to lose fat. I want to lose weight. Two different statements. One comes with conviction, authority, confidence. The other one is like, I'm not sure about losing weight. I'm not sure about losing fat. I want to do it, but you're just there, sitting on the fence. I want somebody who is not on the fence. You're either doing it or you're not doing it. It becomes easier. When you come with that mindset of standing on the fence, you're not sure, you won't even last. You always go back. I have worked with such people, and my goodness. Even me myself, when I was telling myself I'm going to try and do this, trying comes up with, there's no power in trying. Remove the trying and replace it with I'm personally quitting. Different mind shift. You go there instead of standing on the fence. Stop standing on the fence. 40 days clean. You see, this is one thing I have noticed. I have never met somebody who has regretted quitting porn. I have never met somebody who has regretted withholding their sexual energy. I have never met somebody who has regretted not masturbating. But I have always met somebody who has regretted and is disgusted with porn and masturbation. Always. Whether they are a man or a woman, it goes both ways. That alone tells you everything that you need to know about this thing. You guys are so lonely. You guys are so miserable. It comes from a position of just lack. You are not full within you. So you have to find some sort of distractions, some sort of pathetic activities and habits to try and make you feel whole about yourself, to make yourself feel like you actually do matter. It's crazy. You're just alone. You're just lonely. It's actually a sad way to live. It's very sad way to. It's a sad way to live if you think about it. It's a miserable way to live. Just hiding somewhere and it's a miserable way to live. It's a disgusting way to live. Oh my goodness. One, I don't bother trying to defend my stance. All right? I don't bother trying to defend my stance. I don't go back and forth with somebody who is already committed into a certain mindset. All right, let's say that we are discussing this topic over here. We already have people who are like, don't try and tell me to stop. Okay? When I see that kind of energy, I'm like, all right, fair enough. I don't even I don't give you any attention. You don't deserve my attention at all. You don't deserve a piece of my energy. You are not worthy. I think I have to. What are you saying here? What she say here? I think I have to marry a Kenyan man. I don't know what to say about that. Well, good luck. Good luck in finding one for you. Yeah, there are so many outside there. So good luck in finding one. 1 month clean, never felt so alive. Boom. Pin that. Mustafa, absolutely. I remember you. It's good to see you. Let me answer this one before we wrap it up. It's actually 9, almost 9, 4 minutes to 9 from where I am. Am I a Christian? Well, I was brought up in a Christian setting. That is the lifestyle that I was brought up to. So I grew up through that channel. Okay, but right now I'm a believer. Okay. But I also apply common sense. I don't allow my religion to blind me. Okay, sometimes I have to apply common sense. So there we go. How do I heal from a back injury from a fight? Well, that one you have to be checked out. I'm in no position whatsoever to give you any sort of take on that. You have to get checked out on that. Only you know the level. You know, some injuries you can just walk them off. Okay, some injuries you're like, okay, it's paining, but you're like, I'll be fine. Okay, if it is one of those, then it is what it is. Most of us, we actually walking around here with injuries, okay, pain on a constant basis, whether it is an ankle injury, an ankle pain, if you're a runner like me, whether it is a wrist, if you're somebody who does push-ups like me, you train a lot, you tend to get some sensations here and there, mostly this one is okay, but this one, right, maybe it is a hip something, it normally comes every now and then. Sometimes it can go for a week, then comes back after a week. After 2 days it goes. If it is one of those, then it is what it is. They don't get into the way of business. So as long as it is not getting in the way of business, then you should be fine. But if you're so injured to a point whereby you cannot even stand up, you cannot even walk around, then that is concerning. If it is preventing you from performing your day-to-day tasks smoothly, efficiently, then it is concerning. It is concerning. When I do push-ups 50 to 100 in a day, yeah, my arms get really, really heavy. Why? Because that is the price that you have to pay. That is the price that you must pay. That is the price that you must pay. You need to know, to get somewhere, you have a price that you must pay. You cannot build muscle if you're not willing to go through that pain, if you're not willing to suffer, if you're not willing to go through the discomfort of walking around with muscle soreness, right? It is what it is. Just know that it is what it is. Some pain, you just walk them off. I was telling myself something today. I was telling myself today, stop feeling sorry for yourself. That is what has pushed me today. Do you know how many hours of sleep I've had last night? 2 hours of sleep. 2 hours of sleep. My body was giving up. My mind was giving up. It was almost quitting. You know, one of those moments whereby it is almost maybe halfway through, it is in the afternoon, and your brain is like, oh my goodness, we need to sleep, we need to go easy, we need to sit down, rest, recover, let us scroll. You start being pulled towards the comfort side. You know that maybe you should be working, you should be doing this and that, but your brain is like so tired. You have this mental resistance. I was going through that motion in the afternoon today. I was going through that motion, but I snapped out of it just by simply telling myself, stop feeling sorry for yourself. It is what it is. My energy levels, they climbed up. Because honestly, let's talk about feeling sorry for yourself. What do you get in feeling sorry for yourself? Let's say you're supposed to work out tomorrow in the morning, okay? And the alarm goes off, all right? You look at the clock, you went to bed you have slept for like 6 hours, okay? You wake up very tired, angry, moody, unexcited, but you know you should be working out. You know that you had scheduled a workout in the morning. Okay, then you start feeling sorry for yourself. All right, it is already late, it is so early, you haven't slept enough. What if this, what if that? Yeah, it is so dark outside, it's very cold. You start to tell yourself these stories of just sorriness, just feeling sorry for yourself that you have to go and do the thing you said you are going to do. Do you see how crazy that is? What do you actually get from it? Other than you just procrastinate, you end up snoozing the alarm, you end up not waking up, you end up not doing what you said you are going to do, you end up compromising yourself, you end up misaligning your words and your actions. And then later on in the afternoon, now you have to wake up now because maybe it is time for school, time to go to work. Now you have to wake up because there are going to be consequences if let's say you skip work, right? Your manager is going to take care of you. You know what I mean? Okay, maybe it is school. You are going to be handled. So you skipped the workout because you knew there were not going to be consequences, because you're the only one who is in charge of you. So you can be like, yeah, let me just skip today. Nothing is going to happen today. But you cannot skip school. You cannot skip work. You cannot skip something that is out of when somebody is actually watching you, because you know there are going to be consequences. But you forget when you tell yourself something. The example remains a workout, and you do not do that workout tomorrow in the morning. You think that there are not going to be consequences, but I am telling you, there are consequences in lying to yourself. There are consequences in going against your own word, and going against what you said you're going to do, compromising yourself, settling for a lesser version of you. So you chose to snooze. You chose not to work out. You chose to eat the junk food. You chose to just be a soft, weak man. You think you're just going to be free of the pain. There are not going to be consequences. That is where now the regret comes in. Overthinking kicks in. Doubt kicks in. Fear kicks in. Worry. You spend a lot of time here. Not only here, after you spend a lot of time here, now it sinks into your body, and now you start to experience negative emotions. You start to feel like you are not enough. You are lacking something. You are not complete. You start feeling like you are a shitty person. Do you see the consequences? I'm telling you this because it has happened to me on a multiple occasions. I spend a lot of time here when I know I was supposed to work out in the morning. I chose to skip the workout. Or maybe I was supposed to fast and then I chose to break the fast. Or maybe I was supposed to withhold my essence. I chose not to do it. Consequences are always there. They can be mental consequences, physical, emotional, spiritual, and finally all of them combined. They all go hand in hand together. So when you go around just lying to yourself, you're just building a relationship of a person that you cannot be trusted. You cannot trust your own self. You cannot trust your own word. You cannot trust yourself to do the things that you know you must be doing. You know the things that you're supposed to be doing, but you're just choosing to not to do them. And then you're out here asking us, how can I build confidence? How can I build consistency? How can I build this? How can I build discipline? How can I get your discipline, your kind of discipline? You already have it. You already have it. You just don't want to do what you said you're going to do. It takes time, it takes practice, but eventually, those who really want it, they do get there. You want to lose the fat, you want to lose the weight, you will get there eventually if you really want it. If you don't, then I can't help you. Nobody can help you. Only you can help you. A trial for what? Black Death. A trial for what? How are you consistent with all your workouts and lives and job all in between? It's taken a lot of practice. A lot of practice to get to where I am now, to a point whereby I can even actually spare time to come live. It's taken a lot of failures, a lot of basically, if you really want to fix something, you will fix it eventually. Your mind is going to move up and down, heaven and earth, to make it work for you. But it just normally just starts with just removing what does not work for you. You see, scrolling does not work for me. I'm not saying I don't scroll. I'm saying scrolling does not work for me. When I wake up, I have no business touching my phone immediately after waking up. I don't open WhatsApp. I don't open TikTok, YouTube, because I post videos on all these platforms. I don't check it. I don't interact with anybody until I first of all take care of me. If I take care of me first, if I come back to me, if I direct my energy first, the energy that I have from waking up to me first, just maybe going for a run, doing some push-ups, burpees, meditation, getting down, saying a word of God, something as simple as just directing the energy towards you first, handling you first, taking care of yourself first, you tend to carry this momentum with you throughout the course of the day. Everybody benefits when you take care of you first. That is why you are benefiting, because I have taken care of me. That is why I have more to give. I have surplus to give, because I have already taken care of me. If I had not taken care of me, I would not even be here. I would be doing the same habits that most people are doing. You come back from work, sit on your bed, sit on your couch, and you just scroll for hours. Some people find happiness in that, all right? Don't get me wrong, I don't. If you are that kind of person who is okay with just doing the same habit, you just wake up, go to work, hating the same work, complaining, just whining, just being a stubborn, annoying person, all right? You come back, get into bed, scroll, maybe watch porn, and you repeat those same habits, you eat garbage foods. If that gives you happiness, who am I to say otherwise? Me, it never did. It never will. I have to keep on moving. This is what gives me bliss. This is what satisfies my soul. If what you are doing satisfies your soul, if watching porn satisfies your soul, if masturbating satisfies your soul, all right, if hooking around and playing around with women, all right, people who do not care about you satisfies your soul, fair enough. If scrolling for hours and hours and hours and hours on your phone, jumping from WhatsApp, TikTok, IG, YouTube, just on repeat, if that gives your soul happiness, satisfaction, I mean, just do you. It's as simple as that, just do you. And with that, I have to end this live. We can end it comfortably at that, but in the meantime, I like to move, man. I like to move. I like when by the time it gets to my bedtime, I just want to collapse. I just want to boom, collapse. And right now it's almost 10 o'clock. I have 53 minutes. 53 minutes to prepare, wind down, and finally boom. Call it a day. Tomorrow the same. I'm always looking forward to tomorrow, tomorrow, until the day that God will say, you know what, yeah, you've played your part in this world. Now I have to, pull you out of here. But in the meantime, until then, let's wait for tomorrow. Just reading your comments here and seeing the comments that are worthy replying to, because most of them, they are not worthy my time, definitely not a piece of my energy. Right, what is a fupa? What is a fupa? Anna, what's a fupa? Guys, what's a fupa? Am I getting too old? Am I outdated? I want to answer that. What's a fupa?